Well, that's the rear and both front pads done. I also tidied up the caliper bolts, but you can see how thin they've become. So worthy of changing them. The chain's had a good old clean, looking way better, less grit, but obviously now I've got to clean up the mess that the chain has made. But it's rolling a lot better. I will treat the bike to a chain of sprockets and what are those rubber dampener things called? Well, a set of those as well. But that is for another day. So far, I've made a right mess. Well, we're not in too bad a shape. It's tidying up nicely. Chain's looking pretty good. I've really got to clean those wheel rims up. Wipe over the swing arm, maybe the chassis, and reconnect its brain. Well, that's upside down. Reconnect its brain. Reconnect its instruments. I've got a brand new battery for it. ECU has had a little bit of a fresh makeover, so hopefully it runs really well. I still need to secure the bottom of the battery because I haven't. When you're tired and you're unscripted, what I need to do is secure the bottom of the radiator because I haven't done that yet and I'm still procrastinating over whether to put a guard on it or not. Also, it did drip a little bit of coolant. It dripped over there and it was actually the other hose which needed a little tighten up. Still haven't run the motorcycle. I pick up its ECU tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, at least I could put its display back on, and I've cleaned all of the pins, and I've spent a little while cleaning the pins there, so we're just making sure that everything's good and wholesome. Of course, tempted to put a bit of dielectric grease on there, but it doesn't exactly aid conductivity, and unless water sprays upwards continuously for years and years and years, you'd think everything should be fine. Don't these bikes have like these displays? It's just a shame it's a sealed unit. These displays fail for a pastime. Man, I saw one on eBay. I'm just wiggling around trying to get it on its pins. I saw one on eBay for like 380 quid. And then they discounted it to like 300 quid. And then somebody bought it and I was like, first of all, wow. And second of all, wow. That's not really straight, is it? Still a little box of junk, which ain't going back on the bike. I actually arranged its MOT for 4 days from now, so I've really got to get on. I'm not nervous about its MOT. I'm curious to see if anything I've done has helped this screen, because it doesn't do anything. Backlight comes on, but nothing happens. Otherwise, I just have to keep my eyes open for a replacement screen. And before I quit for the day, hopefully there's a cold beer in the fridge for me. I'm going to change its air filter. Get out the way, you. Lafaffery. Grim! Bye! Okay, let's get the new one. New filter installed. We won't be back inside of the airbox for a while. 12 months anyway. Here's a question. How tight do you do up airbox screws? Me, I'm just kind of like nip it. Like, I don't know, what is that, 5 millimeters, really nothing. I've seen people using battery tools in these. Just going to clean up a few bits of greenery. Put some contact oil. Spruce that up a bit. That's my starter solenoid, looking better. And there's always something. Now that I fit the new pads, and I push the pistons back in, when I squeeze the lever and put them back in, I notice this. Okay, one of the pistons, two of the pistons, three of the pistons, four of the pistons aren't retracting. So one of them is working really well, but the other side is not. And I think it's this side closest to all of the dirt and detritus on the road that's my problem. So I'm going to have to take this caliper back off, remove the pads, pump this, get the pistons out, clean, push the pistons back in, pump them back out, push them back in, pump them back out, until we get a piston that's doing everything the right way. Does that make sense? For another video maybe, I don't know.